Session 203, 12th October 2022. Session 203, 12th October 2022. Quran, the Word of Allah, an elaboratory translation by ex-Brigadier Mustal Sarkala. Today we shall continue with part 30th, the last part of Quran, and we begin with the 84th Surah, Surah Al-Inshiqaq, the splitting asunder. The splitting asunder. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. We begin with the name of Allah, who is unchangeably beneficent, the tremendously merciful. إِذَا السَّمَاءُ انشَقَّتْ. 1. When the sky is cleft asunder. وَإِذَا وَأَذِنَتْ لِرَبِّهَا وَحُقَّتْ. 2. And they, all galaxies, constellations, planets, stars, instantaneously obeyed the orders of their Lord, for they are subjected to the laws, gravitational forces established by God, and they must do so. And they must do so. وَإِذَا الْأَرْضُ مُدَّتْ. 3. And when the earth is stretched, and when the earth is stretched out, flattened as a sheet, plate, barren land without a shade, without a fold or culvert, وَأَلْقَتْ مَا فِيهَا وَتَخَلَّتْ. وَأَلْقَتْ مَا فِيهَا وَتَخَلَّتْ. Oh, and when it pushes out all it retains, and when it pushes out all it retains, all human beings and all the minerals, and recasts, replays all the deeds performed on it, and recasts, replays all the deeds performed on it, and will be free of everything. وَأَذْنَتْ لِرَبِّهَا وَحُقَّتْ. 5. And the earth would inevitably respond in submission and obedience to the Lord, for that is how God has programmed it, and it must do so. يَا أَيُّهَا الْإِنسَانُ إِنَّكَ كَادِحٌ إِلَى رَبِّكَ كَدْحًا فَمُلَاقِيهِ. 6. O my people, you have to labor and face hardships to pass the test. You have to labor and face hardships to pass the test. And whatever effort you put in will culminate towards your Rabb, Lord, towards your Creator, and then you will get the returns of your endeavors. And then you'll get the returns of your endeavors when you have to meet Him. when you have to meet him. فَأَمَّا مَنْ أُوتِيَ كِتَابَهُ بِيَمِينِهِ. 7. So then on the day of justice, he who gets his record of his deeds in the right hand will shine up as a Noah, bright star. So then on the day of justice, he who gets the record of his deeds, the record of his deeds in the right hand, will shine up as a Noah, bright star. فَسَوْفَ يُحَاسَبُ حِسَابًا يَسِيرًا. 8. His summons and accountability would be an easy process. His summons and accountability would be an easy process. وَيَنْقَلِبُ إِلَىٰ أَهْلِهِ مَسْرُورًا. 9. And having been dealt lightly, the one of the right will spring up in glee, rushing back to be in his people and family among his people. And having been dealt lightly, the one of the right will spring up in glee, rushing back to be in his people and family among his family. وَأَمَّا مَنْ أُوتِيَ كِتَابَهُ وَرَاءَ ظَهْرِهِ 10. And in distinction, whosoever gets his record of deeds from behind his back in the left hand, it will forebode his doom. It will forebode his doom. Mustafa Jad'u Subula. So he'll grieve for his destruction. O death, make me die. But death would have met death. But death would have met death. He shall die no more. A great treasury that he never wanted to die but had to. Now he doesn't want to live, but he has to. Vajasla Saira 1 2. And he'll be ditched, roasted, alone in blazing, wild, volcanic fire. And he'll be ditched, roasted, alone in blazing, wild, volcanic fire. إِنَّهُ كَانَ فِي أَهْلِهِ مَسْرُورًا. 13. Definitely, he had been living and family. He had been living and family among his family most comfortably, most happily, with no concerns of the hereafter, with no concerns of the hereafter. إِنَّهُ زَنَّ أَلَّنْ يَحُورَ. 14. Definitely, he thought, visualized, guesstimated, had grave misconceptions that he'll not have to return to God. Definitely, he thought, visualized, guesstimated, had grave misconceptions that he'll not have to return to God. Bala inna rabbahu kana bihi basira. 15. Definitely not. Surely his Rabb, Lord, overwatched, observed him all the way. Definitely not. Surely his Rabb, Lord, overwatched, observed him all the way. فلا أقسم بالشفق. 16. So believe it, for I swear by the glimmering beams of dusk. That is, dusk is a witness, proof. وَاللَّيْلَ وَمَا وَسَقَ. 17. And it is sworn by the night. That is, night is a witness, and so is all that it gathers. So is all that it gathers up a witness. Welcome is at 18, and it is also sworn by the full moon. Latar kabunna tabakan and tabak. 19. Definitely you have to rise. Move in the medium of time, step by step, in various stages. Definitely you have to rise. Move in the medium of time, step by step, in various stages. فَمَا لَهُمْ لَا يُؤْمِنُونَ. 20. Then what has gone wrong with them? What has gone wrong with them that they do not believe? The last Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam and reject God's message Quran. Then what has gone wrong with them that they do not believe the last Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam and reject God's message Quran? وَإِذَا قُرِئَ لَهُمُ الْقُرْآنُ لَا يَسْجُدُونَ. 2:1. When the Quran is recited to them, they do not respect or show humility, and to an extent, when the believers prostrate, they refrain from prostrating before their Creator, and to an extent, when the believers prostrate, they refrain from prostrating before their Creator. After the session, this is the verse of prostration. One has to prostrate. وَلِلَّذِينَ كَفَرُوا يُكَذِّبُونَ. 2. But they refute, perjurate, criticize, scorn the truth, Quran. But they refute, perjurate, criticize, scorn the truth, Quran. Wallahu alama bima yu'un. 2, 3. And God is perfectly aware what contempt they hold, nourish inside their hearts against the faith of Allah. And God is perfectly aware what contempt they hold, nourish inside their hearts against the faith of Allah. وَبَشِّرْهُمْ بِعَذَابٍ أَلِيمٍ. 2:4. So convey them the happy, that is sad, painful news, loudly and clearly, of the unimaginable, horrendous punishment that awaits them hereafter. God's religion belongs to all the mankind. It doesn't require exploring the jungles. It doesn't require exploring the jungles, excavating the earth, or blowing up the rocks. A simple analytical study of Quran with an open mind in a little spare time, and they could have decided to leave it or take it. A simple analytical study of Quran with an open mind in a little spare time, and they could have decided to leave it or take it. But they followed prejudices, conjectures, heresy poured into their ears since childhood by their elders and the media, and never used their judgment, their own common sense to see the Quran, and never used their judgment, their own common sense to see the Quran with an open mind. الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات لهم أجر غير ممنون. And the last verse of the surah today, 2:5, but the people who believe and give a good performance, and the people who believe and give a good performance, abide by the commitments, faith shall be acclaimed with boundless, endless reward. These are the humble, soft-hearted, open-minded, tolerant people who exercise self-control and have a great passion and enthusiasm to seek the pleasure of God, and have a great passion and enthusiasm to seek the pleasure of God. That's all for today. Please pray for me, ex-Brigadier Muslim Sarfaiz.